Well, sometimes in life, I feel like the greatest lessons we learn are the ones that happen unexpectedly. And yesterday was definitely one of those days for me. I saw two different lives just flash right before my eyes. And that just will make you start having some different kind of feelings. I know when you guys watch me, usually you're watching me to show like what I'm doing with my chickens or my pigs or what we're doing in the garden here. Well, life's a lot bigger than chickens, gardens, pigs, and all that stuff. That's so small. Those things are so small in life compared to the bigger picture. And hopefully after telling my experience, you guys will realize that also. So I do work in an operating room setting, for those who don't know, in a hospital. And unexpectedly, there was a complication with one of the patients at the very end of the day yesterday that we were dealing with, that if no one on our team caught the patient, by look you could tell that nothing was going wrong, and if this small detail wasn't caught, that could have been the end of this poor person's life at such a young age also. Luckily, our team was able to catch it, and our team was able to deal with the problem, but that's how quick something can happen. It was just so small and so minor that it was almost not picked up on, and that could have been something really tragic. And as I was driving home and I was thinking about that scenario in my head and just thinking how quick that can happen and how fast life can be, where 1 minute everything's going good and it can just go bad. I'm getting closer, I'm about 10 minutes away from home, and the next thing I see is a little girl, and she just looks like she just flew across the street, lands down on the ground, and I have no idea what's going on. It almost looks like she just tripped and like flew across the street. So then I pull off to the side. I can start seeing her walk down the sidewalk that like where my car is. I roll down my window and I'm asking her if she's okay, and all I can hear her screaming is, "Help me, help me, help me." I start seeing a couple people walking towards her, so I get out of my car because I have no idea what the scenario is and what's going on, but I cannot look at this little girl who's probably around our oldest, who's about 6. So she's probably about 7, 8 years old, and I just knew that I could not just leave her there. So I get out of the car and I'm going to approach her. Somebody else is coming up and they're saying that she got hit by a car. So as people are trying to make her feel better, somebody's calling 911. I make sure that I'm just gonna stick around till the ambulance gets there, because if anything goes wrong, whatever medical background that I have that if I can help with, I wanna be able to make sure I can help, because I cannot just leave her sitting there with how that feels, knowing with kids at home and just knowing that I can't see if anyone else is around. The ambulance came and she seemed to be doing okay. She was talking. No one really let her walk. A lot of people were just holding her, so I don't know how she was doing in that way, but at least she was still doing the best she could after being hit by a car, and that's all that we could really wish for about this. Now, as I'm driving home from that, after seeing these two things happen both within 2 hours of each other, my heart could not just take it. It was just too much. But what I realized is that I didn't care whose fault was what fault for either scenario. I didn't care who did what, how it happened. I just wanted the two people to be okay. I didn't care the scenarios or that. I see somebody who was hurt. I see somebody who something bad could have really happened to. And I'm happy that both scenarios are doing okay. Life's a crazy thing, and I don't want anyone to take that for granted. I mean, as I was thinking of my kids during those scenarios, that all it takes is you to say something wrong to one of your kids, do something that you don't like, or tell them they have to go to their room or do this, and next thing you know, they're running across the street possibly. Who knows? And is that the last encounter you want to have with them? Is that, I don't think so. We're here living life on borrowed time. Eventually our time will come. I guess what I'm trying to say is, after seeing these two scenarios and seeing life could have changed so fast for them, their family, and the one life we have right now, we need to go out there and live it. Spread more love. Say sorry to the people that you need to say sorry to. End grudges that you have with people and get those out of there. There's no time for that. You don't have time to feel this hate for somebody else for that long. If your kids ask you to hold them, hold them. If they want to lay in your bed, let them lay in your bed. If you have a brother, sister, mom, dad, cousin, uncle, grandparent, family member, friend, you need to call them and tell them that you love them. Say you're sorry for something. Do it now. I know when I came home, I just felt like a big ball of emotion, and my body just felt shaky from everything that happened. I know that I took it as a message strongly towards me when I got home, that I need to do better myself. I hope as part of the stronger message, I hope to relay this onto you guys and just realize that there's so many small things that we deal with in our day-to-day life. So many small things. Like you guys watching this video, if you guys aren't happy that I'm not talking about chickens and whatnot, there is very few bigger things in our life, and those are the things we got to make sure we hold on to. Those little small things, they mean nothing. They really don't at the end of the day. You could take away everything here that's around us, but as long as I still have the ones that I'm surrounded with that love me, that's all I need. I'd be just fine. This stuff is all just extra while we're here. I know this isn't the video that you guys expected, but I hope somebody needed to hear it. Have a great day, because we're not promised tomorrow. See you guys in the next one.